because there's a lot of news actually that's come out in the last 24 hours or so, and the one that I'm having some fun with is Cole Palmer. So
tell me about that.
So it's kind of guesswork, but like it's a bit 2+2y. Is that so? The actual reports about Cole Palmer are that reportedly, according to a couple of stuff, is that he's not happy with life at Chelsea, or he's not happy with life in London. Is that obviously because he's grew up in Manchester, he's City Academy graduate. Obviously, he's been City Academy till he was
massive United fan though.
But and then he's also a massive. This is the thing, is he's a huge United fan.
Wow, I didn't know that.
He's always been very open with it as well. Like people ask him, like, who do you support as a kid? He's like, he's a United fan. Like, I
must admit, I was surprised when you lot let him go, and I'm not just saying that now. I remember seeing him in the Charity Shield game, if they still call it that anymore, against us, and he was outstanding.
At the time, though, Chelsea slapped down a £40 million bid.
Yeah,
and he had Foden ahead of him.
To be fair, it split our group chat. A lot of people were like, "Yeah, I can't believe he's gone for that." I couldn't really see it.
I think it was because he thought he wasn't going to get the opportunities that he felt he deserved.
If I'm being totally honest, like every time he played, even when he scored, I thought like you can see there's a load of class there, but he did just seem like maybe a little bit too frail, a little bit too slow for the Premier League, which I think is probably what happens with loads of youngsters. So 40 mil seemed like a lot. But look, his first season was amazing. He hasn't been that great for a while. I know he's been injured, but even before that, he's not been amazing.
This is what I was going to say, is that I've been slightly half jokingly for about 3 years, basically being like, that's our Bruno Fernandes replacement, basically just to wind people up, because obviously trying to get Cole Palmer off Chelsea, there are some rumours of a release clause, but I haven't been able to find anything concrete on that. It could just be Twitter talk, but I think he's amazing, Cole Palmer. I think he's so much fun as a player. He's got everything on him. He can create, he can score, and I think the last 18 months or so, I know he's been injured as well at times, has been an unfair reflection of how good he can be. And,
I'm a bit surprised that he's struggling to settle in London though, because I would have thought after Manchester, I've been to one of my brothers lives in Manchester, great city, very similar to London in a lot of ways. Manchester, apart from the weather, obviously.
But I
would have thought that he would have settled there really well.
People.
Well, when he left City, I said to everyone, I'd be very surprised if he doesn't end up at United one day.
Did you?
He's not the type of character who would ever move away from home. You can kind of tell that. In the same way that like Phil Foden will never leave Manchester. He doesn't have to. But Phil Foden plays. Cole Palmer didn't play. But you know what these people are like, right? They played football their whole life.
Because the reports specifically are basically like he misses his friends, he misses his family, he misses like the life he had in Manchester.
Yeah. And he was
then go and live in London.
he was a bit of a head around town. Like he used to hang out with his mates all the time. Like he is probably just like a normal man glad. Like he seems.
Well, he does very much seem like that.
I'd be very unsurprised to see him play for United at some stage.
If Cole Palmer is to become available, I would want United to be.
How much would you want to spend on him?
Older, but that's the thing, is that if Chelsea are sat there going, because he's on one of their prison contracts, right? He's probably got about 8 years left on his contract. I think his contract's till 2033. That is 8 seasons. So if Chelsea were to go 120 mil, I'm like, no, don't bother with this. Because our main thing is our midfield. So the reports coming out around, obviously, because Casemiro's leaving, it's that we see Elliot Anderson as the number one, the dream, the guy. That apparently we see. I agree with that.
We're trying to get him as well.
I know you're trying to get him. And apparently you wanting Anderson is dependent on Rodri, apparently. I don't think that should be the case. I think you should try and get him regardless.
I think we'll get him.
Rodri.
He's the missing piece.
Sell.
Where's he from?
Elliot Anderson,
Newcastle.
He's a
Geordie.
Is he a Geordie?
Yeah, he's the missing piece.
Elliot Anderson. I'll go back my tweets from 2023. You search Anderson and it's just me raving about him.
He outperformed our midfield last week.
Anderson is amazing.
Not an easy thing to do.
Like our thing is that even if it's not Anderson, we got to go and try and sign but Belieber is a slam dunk if you want to get him. He's waiting for us to put a bid in. He has been for about 18 months. But so if Palmer was to cost that much money, we're talking around 100 or something, or 900 million, then no. But it's if it comes up as an opportunity that's even semi-reasonable, I would want United to be, even despite its form, I want him to be all over
What's his best position then?
Palmer.
Number 10?
I think he's a second striker kind of thing. Like Bruno's best position for us is playing off a striker. Exactly what he did against Man City. At points, Bruno was the furthest man forward. He was playing often with Mbeumo. It's the same with Cole Palmer.
Sort of 9.5.
Not actually good at football, not Joshua Zirkzee. He's good in the striker. He can play in a 10. He can play a right wing. But his best is kind of like in the, like Benzema used to play. Like he'd play off a striker a bit. We'd play off wingers.
I think he's a really good player, Cole Palmer. Really talented, does some mercurial things, which I really like. The only slight doubt I have about him is sometimes I get the impression, correct me if I'm wrong, if things are not quite going his way, he doesn't really do enough. He's got that Eze type of, laconic type of sort
That's
of...
another new word. Say laconic.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Laid back to the point where sometimes if it's not going your way, you look too...
Okay.
It's almost
disinterested.
like you're not giving enough.
Yeah.
And Eze's definitely got that. And I think Cole Palmer has that a little bit as well.
Yeah, I hear it.
I don't think United is the place for him at all. I don't think that's the right team that he would thrive in whatsoever.
It depends who you've got as manager.
It depends who you've got as manager. It depends who else you've got.
Managing the next couple of years.
But if it continues in the same way that it has been since Ferguson left, it's not going to work out particularly well. If you have a structure around him and you allow him to be the guy who does his own thing and the floater, because you can't have more than one in a team, really.
Yeah.
No, and if you allow him to be that,
I do hear that. Like I don't know how it would work, but just as a concept, Palmer United would just be hilarious.